I'm Mamta Rupesh, your Vedic Maths coach from the VedicMaths.com. Welcome to our weekly podcast, Learn, Teach and Grow with Mamta Rupesh. Our guest for today's podcast is Dietitian Dharshini Surendran ma'am, who is a nutritionist, health and wellness coach. Today, we have discussed more on how to be fit and strong, both mentally and physically. We have covered topics like healthy lifestyle management, few brain developmental activities for children, best foods to consume and healthy diet for sports students, and also few tips and diet plan for weight loss people. So to know more information about the above topics, I want you all to stay till the end. And please do like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Spotify. Let's get in, friends.
Hi, Dharshini ma'am. I'm Mamta Rupesh from the Vedic Maths.
Hi.
Yeah, a warm welcome to you to our weekly podcast, Learn, Teach and Grow with Mamta Rupesh.
Glad to have to meet you.
Yes, ma'am. Same here, and thanks for accepting our podcast invite.
It's my pleasure.
Yes. So, friends, in today's podcast interview, we have Dharshini Surendran, who is popularly known as Dietitian Dharshini. She is a dietitian, nutritionist, health and wellness coach. Yes. And ma'am has shown ways to solve many health issues like weight loss, weight gain, thyroid, diabetes, PCOD, PCOS, and many women health related issues. So as a health coach, she guides parents and students in creating a healthy and happy life. And she improves the relationship between parents and children and also keeps their mind and body fit and strong. So in today's podcast, the topic is students' health is the key to their success. So friends, isn't it necessary to, have a healthy and happy life in order to prove this? Yes. So we have Dharshini ma'am here who's going to help us today. So yes, ma'am, please introduce yourself and go ahead.
Yeah. So happy to have a wonderful platform to share my knowledge regarding all such health concerns, or to make an awareness among young children and parents. So I'm Dietitian Dharshini, and as Mamta has introduced me well, the same goes by. I am a holistic approach nutritionist. I don't believe in exotic stuffs or giving some fancy diets. It is always through the roots from our kitchen, because I always believe that food is something which has to be light. It should not be a restriction. So most of the things which our body needs are from kitchen, but we look for other things in so many ways. So the root cause of so many health issues is because we look for alternative sources, trending and attractive advertisements. So I always wanted to create a lifestyle approach which could be more sustainable. It should not be something where we do it for namesake for 1 or 2 months or 14 days detox or to cleanse our body. It has to be something like educating our body to know how our body works, and to transfer that awareness to a lot of people and to a younger generation also. So I'm so happy that this platform helps a lot of young children open up their minds, and food plays a very major role when it comes to the mental health also. So yeah, you can we can discuss more about all such things in this podcast, I believe.
Yes, ma'am, perfectly said. So especially nowadays, kids are really suffering with a lot of health issues. So they need to concentrate on their studies and exams and also the health. So health plays a major role in, actually in everyone's life. And now, especially for students, as they're nearing their exams, and due to exam fear, they don't have proper consumption of food and they lose their energy a lot. So I thought, okay, let's have you here and, get some tips from your side. So I have a couple of questions, which is, mostly which our students are facing. So a few thoughts on healthy lifestyle management, ma'am.
Yeah. So as I told before, healthy lifestyle is something I want you to understand that it is not something you copy from others or something like, okay, she is doing, so let me also try it. So it is very individualized, I believe, because what works for our body might not work for others. So health is something which is sustainable and which is easy to follow for our lifestyle. So when I mean lifestyle, it's not just about the food. So food, obviously, yeah, it plays a major role when it comes to lifestyle. But along with the food, like the timing of the meal, your sleep pattern, because I see a lot of kids who use a lot of gadgets in the younger stages itself,
Very
and
true.
they try to push their sleeping duration for, like, for example, they go to bed only by 12, and when they start sleeping, it is only by, like, 1, 2ish, and they have to go back to school by 8:30. So the sleep time shrinks. The next factor is the hydration part. When we consume a lot of processed foods, like, we get dehydrated. We don't understand that our body demands water than the, like, solid foods. So hydration also is the third factor. And fourth thing is workout, how often we move the body. Because as kids, or, like, when you are in a school, it is always uh, almost for maybe 6 to 8 hours where you keep sitting for a long duration. That is how we have systematically been following. But at least those times, I understand that we had some, like, external activities where we used to go play. But nowadays, kids play only through, like, gadgets. So again, we are sitting for a longer time. And I always tell that sitting is the new smoking. So even if you don't smoke, but if you're sitting for more than 30 minutes, it's equivalent to smoking. So how often we move the body is fourth factor. And the fifth factor is stress management. I agree, everyone has stress. We always have heard elders telling, once you complete 10th, you are sorted out. Once you're completing 12th, you're sorted out. This goes on, right? Even after you set back your career, you always have stress. Life is, like, of mixed emotions, everything is there. But the key is how you find a solution, how you manage it. I also have stress, you also will have stress, but how do you take care of it? Like, do you worry about it that, okay, I'm stressed, super stressed, look at her, she's so happy, she doesn't have, like, stress factors. Everyone has something to go through. But the thing is, are we getting that, like, enough time for our own self to manage that stress? So when we balance all these five things in a good manner, I would tell that is a healthy lifestyle. So it is about managing that. No one can come and control it to you. I can maybe guide you or teach you, but it is about how you take it and proceed and reflect it on a consistent basis.
Exactly. Yes, ma'am. Very well said. So actually, in now, the current generation are really facing problems with all the above sentences what you told. So I wish they all follow these in their healthy lifestyle management. And could you please tell a few brain developmental activities for children?
Yeah. So when it comes to brain development, the first factor I recommend is to, like, not be with more of gadgets. Something related with writing. A simple tip, even for parents, I would tell is, we always go through a lot of lists, grocery lists. When we make a grocery list, 10 years back, I remember doing that on pen and paper, but now it's all on mobile phones. So there are actually researches which tells you that your brain gets to store more, like, it processes more and it stores function. Maybe you will get to remember a lot of things when you write it down. So that's why I feel that during those times they give you imposition. If you had done a mistake, they'll make you write 100 times, right?
Very true.
So when you put that pressure on, like, it can be pen or pencil, whatever is your wish, you just, to make a grocery list, you just have to write and go. It will obviously save a lot of money because we don't get to buy unwanted stuffs. Another thing is it improves your concentration and memory power. Even without looking at that paper, we will remember that, okay, we've written that product, or we have to buy garlics, or we have to buy dosa, whatever it is. So first thing is writing games. It can be related with missing letters, guess the sentence, something like that. And second thing, when you're traveling, maybe you go on a trip or like you are in a traffic jam, maybe with the parents, you can ask the kids to tell this. Like, for example, I spy on a red car. So one should start with this. And the children would be like, they'll be trying to spot and figure out if it is in the left side or the right side. So it's a very interesting game. It improves the concentration of the children. So this can be done in a very entertainment manner. And third thing is building blocks, puzzles, something related to their mindset. So it depends on the child's age maybe, but something related to puzzles, not on the mobile phone, something which comes as puzzles, even crosswords, even Scrabble, you get that word building letters where you have to just make points out of that. So such activities helps you to brainstorm, learn new words, and improve your concentration and memory. And easiest thing is the memory game, playing with the cards. So you just have to find out where the other number is. So that is something which can help you with the brain development. And it's not something which is related only with, okay, just for brain development you're doing. When it is involved with the fun and activities, children get to involve a lot and play it for a long time. So such things can be more helpful. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. So friends, this was such a wonderful message. And as you said, when it comes with brain developmental activities, our Vedic Maths courses also help students a lot. So we have actually sold our courses to more than 10,000 plus students, parents, and teachers. And we also have competitive exam aspirants who are taking up our courses. And when Vedic Maths is playing around with them, so first of all, maths is a difficult subject. So as you said, if they're taking maths as a puzzle game, or just building with blocks and the numbering, having few numbers where they have to mix and match them in the form of addition, subtractions, and they can play games around that. So these work for kids to develop their brain. And when it comes with Vedic Maths, there are interesting tricks. So by using these tricks, kids can develop their brain well, and where they can use these tricks and work out maths in a faster way, which reduces scratch work. So whereas if they're keeping and writing, they have lots of scratch work when they're calculating in conventional methods. So when it comes to Vedic method, it helps them to work it out faster. So likewise, so brain development in Vedic maths also can be helpful for students. So ma'am, a few food items which can be consumed for brain development, a specified food items. Yeah.
Sure. So before telling which can help you, I have to make this to a lot of parents thinking that such brands like malted beverages, I don't want to name them, I hope you understand.
Correct.
All such beverages sold in the market, people, especially parents, think that because that is how they promote it, right? They think that will make their kid taller, stronger, or sharper, whatever, but it does not. So they use the word DHA. So DHA is nothing but it's a type of omega-3 fatty acid. So it's a type of fatty acid which we require. And if you're a non-vegetarian, you easily get it through fish. Fishes are very great with omega-3 fatty acids, and you can use nuts, especially walnuts. You can give your kids a handful of mixed nuts, soaked almonds, cashews, walnut, pistachio, whatever is there. You don't have to buy the packed one, because the packed, all the assorted nuts which comes in the packet, they add a lot of sugar and salt to extend the shelf life again. So I would recommend you to get it from a normal, grocery store, or maybe assorted. Just get the plain one and you mix it up. So something like that, one handful of mixed nuts, or like alternate days, you can give them fishes, any variety of your choice. And third thing is green leafy vegetables. In India, we get ample amount of green leafy vegetables. Only clients who are in foreign know the pain of green leafy vegetables not being available. So any leafy vegetable, you can make them into sabzi or like poriyal, something like that, or soups, or something like it can be stuffed into parathas when you're making ragi dosa, or you can just sprinkle one amount of green leafy vegetables to that. So DHA is present in all these things. So it's basically omega-3 fatty acids which is coming through this. And if it is a vegetarian stuff, then you will get it through like hemp seeds. I'm not sure if you have heard of hemp seeds. HEMP. So it's
Okay.
amazing. You get it through online platforms. That is very good. Another source is this nori seaweed. So seaweed is something like an algae which we get. So you
Okay.
can add it to the soups. You get it as sheets or flakes. You just have to sprinkle on top of the soups. So it just gives you a creamy flavor. So that can be very helpful for omega-3. So these things, when it comes to vegetarian stuffs, can help, even the dairy products. But otherwise, if you're a non-vegetarian, you're started with eggs. Eggs are really great, but please give them with yellow yolk, because that contains that choline. A lot of people think that yellow is fat making, so they just remove it. They just give them the white. So it is put on a purpose to be inside, which we have to have it as a whole egg. So you can boil it, poach it, or like you can just make it as burji. You can give it into whatever form you want. But all these things helps a lot with the brain development. So you don't have to go for some gummies or something like a product. Don't get attracted to such things. Something which is basic from your ancestors' root, or like something from the kitchen. If you just brainstorm it, you would get it. So that is it. Yeah.
Very true, ma'am. Thank you so much. So, friends, I hope you all have made a note of this. So, just make a note of these points, and I'm sure you can use these healthy foods regularly, especially for children. Yes, and as ma'am said, hemp seeds. When I have no idea about that, I'll Google it, and I want you guys also to just check that and go ahead. Okay, very nice one. Thank you. And as you said, boiled eggs. So please don't remove the yolk. And what mistake I used to do is the same. I used to give my little one just the white. Okay, she loves yellow, so I don't want to give her that. So sometimes it might fall as an indigestion for them. So that's the reason I used to stay back. Whereas one I used to give with yellow, the other one just white. So I'll try to increase it. Yes. So thank you, ma'am. And how to control junk foods from kids, ma'am? Especially these days, they fall with obesity. And that's become, it's like most of the kids have obesity and they don't want to get rid of these junk foods. So how can they avoid that?
See, to be frank, even as an adult, we don't want to get rid of junk food, right? So I believe it starts from the parent. I see a lot of parents do this mistake. In the name of children, they get to buy a lot of products at the grocery or the supermarket thing just because it's cheap or it's an offer, and store it at the home. Even if the kid is not eating, maybe they'll just give one biscuit or one thing to the kid, and the rest of the family finishes it off. But the blame is on the kids. So when the child sees you eating, they'll understand that, okay, mom is eating, dad is eating, so why not me? So that is how it starts. Okay, the other root cause from the peer pressure. So when their friends bring it, they feel that, okay, that's healthy. So the thing is not to stop it, but to reduce the frequency. So instead of giving them weekly twice or thrice, just make it 10 days once. But the other days, see, generally kids, as when we are growing up, we need a lot of colorful and variety dishes. If they are making the same idli or same dosa every day, even we don't like it, no. But as a kid, they have a lot of aversion towards it. So just to make it healthy, for example, I can give you cutlets. Instead of putting too much of potato, you can replace that with rajma. You can just soak rajma, pressure cook it, add some onions and coriander leaves, mash it, make it in the form of cutlets, and just the same way as you make cutlets, don't deep fry them, tawa, like put it on tawa. Yeah, something like that. And sprout salad. So instead of putting mayonnaise, too much of sauces and dips into the Frankies, try to put maybe paneer, which is made at home, or like mushrooms, you can just give a saute, or something like broccoli, chana, all those things, you can steam it and you can just add it. Instead of mayonnaise, I can give you a better idea. You can use cashews. So just soak the cashews for 3-4 hours, and a lot of herbs of your choice, little salt. You can just blend it in the mixie. Yeah, if you want, for it cannot have a long shelf life because it gets ruptured. So it gets yeah. So what you can do is use that fresh, or even same thing with the peanut butter. Instead of buying, I see a lot of people liking peanut butter, but they go and buy too much of peanut butter, big bottles like this, which is loaded with edible fat, which is not healthy at all. So that is why people get to gain a lot of weight. So something removing from such unnecessary products, you can replace. If you just roast the peanuts and blend it for a longer time, you will get the peanut butter. You can just add a little pinch of salt and add it to the chapatis and give them a roll. Even chocolates is something which is loved by children. So you can educate them telling that it's made of sugar. All those normal packets of pastries and chocolates which we get is loaded with sugar. So you can tell them to eat more of the dark chocolate. So chocolate as such is not sweet, it's bitter. We'll have to understand that, right? So you can give them nuts smoothies as milkshakes with coconut milk or almond milk. If you get A2 organic milk, you can add that handful of mixed nuts of your choice and little bit of unsweetened cocoa powder. So it's almost like a chocolate milkshake. So it's thick and healthy too. You can add some chia seeds, which is a good source of omega-3 again. So you just have to soak it and add it to that. You can give them sweet potato. You can just boil it, make it into rolls, and you can just feed them. So something like this can help. So it is almost equivalent to all such variety foods what they see on internet, on the advertisements. And another request is to remove all these delivering apps, because even if we are at peace, they just keep sending notifications that okay, this is the time you have to buy. So we get tempted, and once we start ordering, our kids will also. We cannot ask them to stop eating as such. So the thing is, as a family, we have to change our mindset that maybe once in a while, occasionally, it's completely okay. But storing such mayonnaise, dips, sauces, all such things is going to harm them. So we can make instant green chutneys, garlic chutney, tomato chutneys, which are really healthy and tasty too. But we underestimate the value of such things. So I feel all these things, when it is made at home and loved by the entire family, the kids will automatically start liking it. Even the rice, the variety of rice which we give for children at an earlier stage, you can encourage them to have a different varieties of rice. It's not necessary to add only millets. There are so many different varieties of native rice varieties, which you can make pulao out of it. Add a lot of, if you're a non-vegetarian, shred the chicken and add it. Or peas pulao, or even ladies finger. You don't have to deep fry it. Something like mixed vegetables, you can just give a toss of it. But please don't add soya sauce in it. I see soya sauce being added in soups, noodles, normal pulao stuffs. It's again too much inflammatory to your body. So if you can remove that and add normal masalas and normal green chilies, all those stuffs for suitable for the kids' flavor, that should be enough. Yeah. So if we do that and increase the playtime, obviously I think that would come down. And it will take some time. It's not that overnight they have gained weight. It's almost 2 years, right? So it took them, especially during the pandemic, they were not sent out, more of gadget time, more of varieties of dishes trying from outside, or maybe
experimenting.
Yeah. So I think more of pastries and cakes, which is made of refined flour, refined oil, all such things, again, it comes into play. Too much of sugar. I think if we stop doing that, automatically that will be manageable. But it's not possible overnight. So you have to give at least 6 months for them to understand, and you have to learn what they like and give them foods which can make them feel that okay, it's healthy, but at the same time, it's tasty too.
Yes, very true. Thank you so much, ma'am. So, friends, than me calling friends parents, please do listen to these messages. And it was so truly, very well said, ma'am, because as a parent, even I was struggling with the same issue. And actually, now my daughter is 3.5 years and we have put her to a school now. So there, they strictly avoid junk food. So my easy part, what I thought in the beginning was, as a teacher, I shouldn't say this, but then what we thought as a parent, okay, let's pack her some cakes or some new items like which she would prefer to have it in school. But later, when they strictly told no junk foods, and I was literally breaking my head, thinking of what to give her in a healthy way. So when there is no junk foods, and that's where we start like how to prepare our own homemade snacks. So when it comes with homemade snacks, we think of preparing, like as you said, sandwich at home, rolls at home, sprouts. So as you said, sprouts, we might have it in a very rare way. So when it comes with diet plan, then start with sprouts, everything, but not for kids. And now I start with sprouts and fruits especially. So weekly 3 days I give her fruits, then cucumbers, sweet corn, sweet potato. So these are the healthy snacks which can be given by our homemade dishes, and kids, they love it. Only thing is, as you said, we purchasing junks and we providing them, then that's where they get started with that. So when we start consuming the homemade healthy food and provide the same to them, they will enjoy it. So this was a very good message. And also when it comes with obesity, so kids can go and play around. As ma'am told, during the COVID situation, during the pandemic, kids were at home, so they had no other choice. So they were sitting with their gadgets, watching movies, playing games, everything sitting at home. So now try to go out, play around, and you know stay healthy. So thank you, ma'am. And how to manage stress and have a peaceful sleep. And this is mainly for mothers who are always disturbed, like what next, what next, what next. So they'll have to think about their work, about their children, the household work, prepare food, dinner, lunch, everything. And they are completely packed. So how to, have a relaxed sleep and, control their stress.
Yeah. So I think this would start with a gratitude message. So once we start our day waking up, I feel when you put it on a paper, when you write that you're thankful for, or you have a to-do list. Okay, today this is my agenda. Okay, so I'm going to do all these things. So when you write that, you have a positive attitude. So that would help a lot to begin with. And second thing is to try to spend some time for yourself. I feel parents don't take time for themselves. They take time for husband, kids, for their parents, for other family members, friends, too many things going around. At the end, when they think about what they've done to themselves, they just, if I ask a client to spend at least 15 minutes for themselves, they tell me, no, I don't have time. But in the 24 hours, if we are not able to spend 15 minutes a day for ourselves, just think about what life we are pursuing. No, so it can be for anything. It can be something related to listen to music, or it can be something like artwork, or you do some sewing or stitching, or like gardening, any activity which you would love to do, even singing. It can be anything, but without gadgets would be the best, because once you enter the gadget, it's going to be addictive. Okay, so such things can help you to maintain your stress and have a balance and peace of mind. And third thing is workout. When you work out, there are so many happy hormones which helps you, which comes out, and you feel energetic. You don't feel sluggish. You feel like, okay, today is my day. You can work more, because as soon as the kids come from school, they have to give them some snacks. So then the husband comes, they have to make dinner, they have to take care of the whole household chores. So they are literally tired. So they can take a nap in the noon time, but not immediately after the meal. Only when they need that rest, and especially sleeping on time. I feel we have come to a point that after 9 is the screen time, which is a big no. But we unfortunately take a lot of time with the gadgets only after dinner, which is only making us stress more, like more and more and more. Because any feed which you see, it doesn't have an end. It just keeps going on. You just keep scrolling. It just keeps coming. No, so it is more addictive. You just delay your sleep timing, and the lesser the sleep time you give to your body, more of appetite changes, low energy levels, less of concentration, more of stress. And you start comparing. When you are on that social media, you will be like, huh, that kid is doing so well. Why is my kid not doing? So you unnecessarily compare and stress more that, okay, your kid is not doing good. Okay, so all these things comes from our mindset, and the right attitude, the right mindset will help. See, we cannot stay positive all the time, I agree. But the thing is, we can try our best. We cannot compare. And when it comes to, as we talked about the obesity, a lot of mothers think that if they are chubby, they're healthy, and if they're lean, they're not healthy.
Exactly.
It's not the case, because we have been seeing our parents, when we ask 30 or 40-year-old client and all, they'll be like, my mom forces me literally whenever I go to my mom's place. According to her, I have to eat more of rice. That is healthy. Okay, the same mistake we do for our children also. No, we ask them to eat a lot of carbohydrates only and don't give enough protein or vegetable sources. So, and it depicts, for example, if you see a kid who is lean, you immediately body shame them. Okay, her mother is not giving her food. That's why she is lean. You're not eating anything or what? So the physical appearance might not be true. Actually, they can be healthy also, right? So don't judge a book by its cover. So as I told about obesity, even this matters a lot. So it's about the amount of nutrition what you put into your body. If your kid is healthy, happy, sharing all these things with you, she's active, playing, having a normal, poop and bowel movement, she's sleeping well, all these things will help. So it should not be something on the body image, I feel. So along with that, don't stress too much on your kids and take a lot of pressure on your body. Just try to give some time for yourself, work on your body, it is not about you are obese, you have to work out. You have to work out every day. As a mom, we need that energy, we need that metabolism to be strong. So when you work out, that metabolism helps you to boost. So try to do any activity. It cannot be that you have to hit gym to work out. No, it's the biggest myth I have ever seen or come across. Okay, they cannot afford it, or some people go and do it only for 10 minutes, sorry, maybe 10 days. Around the New Year corner, they'll go and enroll. After New Year, bye-bye, nothing. So it is something which you love to do. For example, some people like only yoga, some people like cycling, some people like only Zumba. So whatever it is, try to do it consistently every day for 30 minutes. That's more than enough to 50% of your stress levels comes down along with all these things when you do. Yeah.
Very true. Thank you so much, ma'am. As you said, my little one, she's very lean, okay, as you said. And I am chubby, okay, no doubt in that. But then, due to certain hormone issues and as I said, certain women health issues, I'm not able to reduce my weight. But then I'm working out, going for a fitness center and taking care of myself. At the same time, my little one is very lean. And I give her good protein, good carbs, good fruits, veggies. So she's fine with her appetite. But as you said, when people see, they'll be like, why is the child lean? What's wrong? It's not eating well. And all these questions come around. So your message was really helpful. Thank you, ma'am. And as we're running short of time, a quick few diet plans for weight loss people and sports students.
See, when I talk about diet plans, just a second, there is some prayer going on. I think that sound might be...
no issues. No issues.
Just 1 minute. Can you just pause it for 1 minute or maybe once that is done, I think it should be fine.
That's okay. No issues. You can go ahead.
No issues, right? Okay, fine. Yeah. See, when I mean diet, it's something which is individualistic. Okay. But overall, when you see for weight loss, it's more about calorie deficit. So if you're eating for your metabolism, for example, if it is 1800, we can plan a diet which works for 1500. And over that, 2 to 300 calories, like 200 to 300 calories has to be burnt. That is what we call it as calorie deficit. But not for everyone it works. For example, if I tell you that, okay, you count your calories and eat. Okay, banana has this many calories, green leafy vegetable has this many calories. You obviously start stressing too much. You don't know what to eat when. But it's about listening to your body, including more of fibrous vegetables, fruits, but it has to be in the right form. Fruits are not meant to be juiced. Even if it is cold pressed juices, you don't have to juice it. So even if you don't add sugars, juice is not healthy. So eat the fruit as such. And the second thing is hydration. Very, very important. A lot of, especially during this upcoming 3 months, it's going to be winter, more of rainy season. We don't feel like drinking waters. The best alternative to do is have flavored waters like jeera water, coriander seed water. You just boil it and sip it warm. Or something like non-caffeinated drinks. I feel a lot of us are addicted to tea coffees, especially early mornings or around this evening time. If you have a control, like maybe per day, half a cup to 1 cup is okay. But a lot of people drink it 4 or 5 times a day, which is not healthy again. So you can replace that with hibiscus tea, chamomile tea, something like the sangupu. In Tamil, we call it as sangupu, which is called as blue pea tea. So that you can boil and take it. So those things can help a lot. So other than that, if you can consult someone and take a professional help, we can help you to like have a good understanding about your body. And it's a time consuming thing, it's a journey. It's not that one day you do this and the next day you reduce weight and come. It's never going to happen. It at least it takes 8 to 10 weeks for your body to settle down and for you to see some changes. So all these things with the professional help works better than experimenting on your own, I would tell.
Yes, ma'am. Perfect. Thank you so much. So yes, friends, I hope this session was really helpful, and Darshini ma'am has given us a lot of health tips. So I want you all to, at least try following these. And ma'am has her Instagram page as Dietitian Dharshini, and there you can see a lot of tips which she is, frequently posting. So as you said, the blue pea tea, right? So about that also I saw a video recently, and about how to stop with your the juices. So the preservative, what all we drink like Coke, Pepsi, Thumbs Up, and these drinks are really harmful to our health. And ma'am has really, she's posted a lot of videos which is informative. So you can follow her page for more information. And thank you so much, ma'am. I hope this session was really helpful for everyone, and you two had a good time here. So thank you so much. And friends, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, I want you all to subscribe and do like this video and support us. So thank you so much, ma'am. So a few words to say.
So when it comes to health, I always believe that what you eat for today is for tomorrow. So let's all together make the world a better place with health. And thanks for having me. You are very sweet. So just keep continuing all your good work. All the best.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So friends, best wishes. Let's all stay healthy and happy. Thank you. Thanks, ma'am. Bye-bye.